Alright, welcome back to video number 4 of the 9 questions I've asked myself if I want to get into trading. So, of course, a lot of people are going to ask how many people are actually successful in trading. According to various sources, the success rate for trading varies, but on average, 1 to 20% are profitable at the end of the day. 4% can make a living from it, and 2% can consistently earn above market returns. So I just typed it in over here on Microsoft or whatever, and it says over here too, only about 1 to 20, which is decent. Saying 20% of people can actually make a profit out of it. So as an extra income added to your job or something, something as simple as an extra $1,000 a week or every other week, $2,000 a month. I'm pretty sure anybody could use. So, and then approximately about 4% of traders manage to make a living from day trading. So that's full time. It also says around 40% of day traders exit the scene within a month, and only about 13% remain after 3 years. 87 exit. Dang. 87% of people, and this is what I was talking about in the last video, and I was saying one of the key things is a lot of people just quit. First of all, they don't, and I'm guilty of this too. Again, I'll get to it, but I'm in this 3-year mark. I'm at the 3-year mark. So I know these things. And there's been plenty of times I want to quit or whatever, and it's just that journey. But like I said, I know the struggles of having a strategy or doing the back testing and having all the notes, but not following a strategy or doing everything right in your back testing. Excuse me. Doing everything right in your back testing, then doing everything right in your forward testing demo. But then when you get to the real money, psychology just goes out the window. Greed just creeps in, or you're forcing every trade instead of just letting it come and waiting for the right setups, letting the trade ride out, or getting out when you see clear signs instead of being hopeful. So I've done all those things, and that's why it comes in with getting to this point. 87% of people, they just say skip it, but not also realizing like, okay, you're in the 87% because you don't have a clear setup. You don't have a clear strategy. You're not consistent. You don't have a clear time to get up and get down. You don't have a checklist of what criteria makes a good setup, or how you don't journal. You're not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. You're not even doing half of the things you're supposed to do, and you expect to be in the 20%. Really, you really hoping to be in the top 40 to 2% for the 2%, but trying to get in the 20% and not even doing the basics. That's why they drop out. So all it takes is the consistency, because obviously just lasting 3 years, and I can compare it to going to like a college or something like that, or taking up a trade. If you're gonna go learn something for 3 years, that's a pretty decent route as far as these people are dropping out after 3 years. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the people that are left, the 13% are left, are successful, because there's plenty of people on videos online that was trading for 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, or whatever it may be. Although that was back when we didn't really have the access that we have with YouTube and courses and all those things like that. But still, they still had to go through the grind of it. So ultimately, you can be successful. It's really up to you. What I chose to do was, and I had a unique journey. First of all, let me say I could have just took my money in the beginning and subscribed to somebody that was in more detail in it, that was more expert, and kind of just pay for the best subscription, best course to learn from them and get they things, which hindsight probably would have been faster, would have been more efficient. But at the time, I didn't think of it like that. I felt like I could just teach myself YouTube courses bit by bit and then kind of make my own thing that works for me. And to an extent, it has. But at the same time, I would have got there a little faster or known a little different things. My strategy, I know certain things and I look at certain things, but I try to keep it simple. So that way I don't want to overcomplicate things because I feel like it's numbers at the end of the day, and it's going to be some patterns, and all you got to do is really know the right things to pay attention to, look for, and then capitalize on it because it's still a numbers, it's still an algorithm, it's still a computer, so it will still have some type of patterns or some type of indicators to show you where it's used to going or how it's used to moving. And I also looked at what the successful people did to be successful. Um, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna try to keep it at 10-minute max. So if some of the prop firms release data, and the data shows that the people that get payouts from them typically don't trade or aren't in the markets trading more than 4 hours at a time. They don't risk more than 3% a trade. They don't if they lose, they only lose one this, or um, if they get if they get uh, a, they gain a percentage of profit or have a good 1 or 2 days, they don't trade again until they get their payouts and certain things like that. So you pay attention to what that data is telling you they're doing. And then you also take the data of what all the other people are doing. When you watch the videos of people that quit or say it's a scam, pay attention to people that are being genuine, being honest, and and behind the scene of what they're saying, as far as, oh, I tried trading, but I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that, or they don't even know basic information. They just felt like they can just get in the market and buy and sell, things like that. You pay attention to those things, and those are indicators too. Like, okay, that's why they fail. So I have to do the opposite of that if I want to be successful. So that's it for this video. If you want to be in the top 20%, 4%, or even the 2%, you're going to have to go through your trials and tribulations. You're going to have to stick with it. It's going to be tedious, but that's the route to being a successful and profitable and consistent trader. If you don't want to do that, there's plenty of other things that you can do in 3 years. The next video will be, how can I be profitable and successful in this trade? I actually kind of just okay. So I'm gonna do a double up in this video. Actually, no, I'm still making separate. This stuff I just talked about will be a bonus, but it'll be kind of recapping the next video look like. Thank you.